In this video, I'm going to talk about coding in our kids' curriculum, specifically about the ways in which you can implement coding in schools cheaply and effectively. Adding computer science or programming to a curriculum can be complicated, and it sure does sound scary and daunting. However, what if I told you that it doesn't have to be that complex? There are ways in which we can make the process much easier and cost-effective. The first issue, and the main issue, is probably with training of personnel. Whether it is finding trained professors or the cost of training professors, the cost is always going to be very high. Well, there's a fairly simple solution to this, and though it does cost some money, it isn't nearly as much as hiring a trained professor or training new personnel. The solution is the implementation of pre-existing coding courses. Now, there are plenty of effective and entertaining pre-existing programming courses that aim to facilitate these classes to young students in high schools that don't have the budget to train professors. Some of these are Tinker for Schools, for example, which counts with courses in multiple coding languages like Python or JavaScript with varying difficulties. There is CodeMonkey, which is aimed at younger students, but also provides a wide array of games and entertaining courses to teach young kids. And there is Finally Codable, which is exclusively aimed at younger kids. And the best part about all these is that these programs come with their own dashboard and grading systems, minimizing the amount of training needed to have qualified personnel. Now, what about public schools? Well, the issue with public schools is they probably don't have the budget to pay a monthly subscription for one of these courses. But what if I told you that there are NGOs and free programs that do the same thing? For example, Scratch. Scratch has been around for the longest time, and now it isn't a learning program, but it is super easy. It is block programming, which is the simplest form of programming, and professors can probably use it without even having to be trained. And there's also Code.org, which is a very high caliber programming learning program, which covers all the way from the basics, like the essentials of programming, all the way to very complicated topics like machine learning and AI, all with their own dashboard and training system. So it is great. Now, the second issue and another big issue is computer access. What if the school doesn't have enough computers to accommodate the amount of students in the class? Well, there's a very simple solution as well. You can work with teams. You can have a team of 3 students working on one computer where one is programming, the other one is debugging, the other one is taking notes or solving issues. And you can also, and this comes from personal experience, I used to work with Lego Mindstorms when I was in school. You can have teams of 5 working with Lego Mindstorms. You can have 2 of the students working on a computer programming the robots, and you can have 3 of them building the robots. And throughout the progression of the course, you can have them rotate so that each student gets to program and build one of the robots. Therefore, improving the fundamentals in programming. Now, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have learned a lot about these.
Created using Powtoon.